everyone, and welcome to this week's version of In the Huddle. I'm Drew Markol from the Intelligencer, along with the return of Kevin Cooney from the Bucks County Courier Times. Kevin has been gone for the past 2 weeks, thankfully, and unfortunately he has returned. Kevin, it's good to have you back. I'm lying when I say that.
Yeah, I didn't miss you either.
Okay, that's fine. Today we're at Southern High School. I'm wearing the shorts as a bit of a protest for the fact that it's 60 degrees out, and a lot of area high school football teams, their season is over. Football should be played in the cold, and these teams should be playing more games, but that is not going to happen because of the state playoffs. But what is one to do? Let's start in Quad A, in District 1. We'll go through all the games, all the classifications. But we're here at Souderton today. We'll start with number 1 seeded North Penn, undefeated at 10-0, playing a 5-5 Souderton team that then he thought, would be off this week.
Yeah, especially after when you looked at Council Rock South, all they had to do was beat Council Rock North. A lot of people thought that was kind of a given the way the seasons had gone for those two teams. South gets knocked off. Saturday ends up as the 16th seed in this tournament. I think the one thing that I'm interested in seeing is, does North Penn put them away early? If you're a team like North Penn and you're the number 1 seed, you've got to put teams away early, or as early as possible, and to keep your guys healthy and to kind of survive and advance. And right now, I think what you've got to see is if Saturn hangs in there, the more life they'll have, the better they can be.
You talk about can they put them away early. I saw them play last week against Penridge. North Penn scored at will. Putting them away early? Yeah, I would not be surprised. They did a number on the first time. The psychological advantage will be awfully hard to sound. And North Penn can score fast. They can score a lot. We've seen that. We're happy to be joined this week by Coach Ed Gallagher at Souderton, and he has a big game this week against North Penn, Friday night, number 1 seed. His team is the 16th seed. As of last Friday night, it looked like Souderton, you guys had to win to beat Quakertown to get in. For most of us who aren't mathematicians, you lose the game, but then on Saturday, Council Rock South gets upset by Council Rock North. All of a sudden, you're in the playoffs. What was your thinking after the game Friday night, and then when you heard the news on Saturday that you guys were in fact here?
Well, earlier in the week, we had made arrangements. My team, Tom Quintos, and I had made arrangements with Upper Perth just in case we didn't make the playoffs. I knew we had a shot at 5-5, but I was really not looking at that. I didn't even tell the kids. I really made it seem like it was a must win for the kids. We had to get in. If we got in, I told them we have a great opportunity to be the 11 or 12 seed. You're not going to be going to play a North Penn or something else. I said, but if you lose, there's a shot you can still get in. It's probably going to be North Penn or Garnet Valley, which are 2 outstanding football teams.
And when you look at it, and you look at the fact that 2 years ago, 16 seed, now the team was against Council Rock. Last year, 16 seed now. This tournament, a lot of coaches I know are split whether 16 is the right number or not. So what do you think?
I think it's great. I think 16 is the way you have to go based on the way the PIAA set it up. I don't think you can go to 8, or I know they discussed at 1.12 and have the 4 teams at the bottom. I don't think you can do that. I think on some years the 16th team is going to be at 7-3, and some years like this it's 5-5. I think there are a lot of quality football teams out there, and I think that we deserve to be in the playoffs. I know we had some bumps along the road, but I think we're a good enough team that we deserve to be there, and hopefully Friday night will show that.
The playing with them, your opponent, it could have been Garnet Valley. Is it better the devil you know or the devil you don't?
I've asked myself that several times, and I'm not quite sure which one's better, but from a preparation standpoint, it's definitely easier to get the kids ready for North Penn. From a motivation standpoint, it's easier to get them ready for a local rival, but also from a motivation standpoint, they already know in the back of their minds that North Penn is pretty good, so it's not going to be as easy to sell it, but we do have the mentality. There's nothing to lose. The pressure's on North Penn. They're expected to be as pretty good again, so we're gonna play the best we can, and if some things fall into play, it's high school football.
Now we move on to another game. It's the number 3 seed, Chamonix, in the tournament, playing Downingtown East, and kind of a rematch from 3 years ago, but Pat Devlin's not going to be there for Downingtown East. This is, again, probably all I've had with the 16-team format. Souderton is 5-5. Downingtown East struggled, got in. Is this tournament, taking the Chamonix game in there, Mark Schmidt's done a great job, and I think we both agree that they'll probably win this week, right?
I'd be very surprised if they did.
Is this tournament too big at 16 teams?
Absolutely, it's too big. Coaches will say it's fine, especially the coaches who are
13, 14, 15, 16.
9 through 16. I would have it at 8, and that would be perfect for me. Getting another more regular season games for the teams that don't make the playoffs, getting the top 8 teams, and you're not getting teams in there that have the potential of getting blown out on Friday night.
In this game, the Chamonix probably will lean on its running attack a lot. Paul Carazola has been tremendous at the blocking league.
I don't expect the Chamonix. They'll run, Arnold, and they'll run, Brian Dean, and why show a trump card if you don't have to in the first round? You can do it on the ground. Just do it. Get a win and move on.
One of those teams that is going to have a battle on their hands, we think, this week is going to be Quakertown. They're playing the defending district champions and the Ridley Green Raiders. And Ridley, one of those teams again, Drew, that I think a lot of people expect to be good at this time of year. Quakertown not been there before. What do you see out of this game?
Quakertown definitely got a little bit unlucky, with the way things fell for them. They win 8 games this year. They beat Southern last week to help their team. A team Southern blew them out just a year ago, shut them out. And then they turn around and find out that the defending champs coming to play them. And Ridley, are they as good as last year? Probably not. Are they so far? Absolutely not. They've lost to 2 pretty good playoff teams in Garnet Valley and Pencrest. So that's a tough nut for Quakertown.
Take a rapid fire look at some of the other playoff teams. We'll start with Pennsbury and Pencrest. Pennsbury last week turned the football over 3 times against the Chamois. Had a big in that game. It's really going to be them playing football. They should beat Pencrest at home if they're able to do that. Set up a matchup next week against Garnet Valley. Drew, down to AAA.
Then we go down to AAA, staying in District 1. Upper Moreland, number 1 seed, hosts Phoenixville on Friday night at 7:30. The game starts at 7:30, not 7. Upper Moreland will rely on junior running back Chris Smallwood, who's had a phenomenal season. I expect Upper Moreland to roll in that.
In Class AAA in District 11, we have Palisades.
Actually,
Class AA.
Class AA. We put them in AAA before. In Class AA, Palisades, a tough, surprising loss last week to Saucon Valley, a team they should have beat. Now, because of that loss, they've got to go to Pine Grove. If you've ever been to Pine Grove, it's not around the corner. They're going to need senior running back John Groomer to keep doing what he does and have a big game. That one is close to call, maybe too close to call. I do give it a slight edge to Pine Grove.
In Class AAA, this is what I meant, in District 12, we have Wood and Comwell-Egan playing in the Catholic League Championship game in that classification. These 2 teams met 3 weeks ago. Wood blew them out. Wood has a lot of good talent, especially defensively. They've been dominant.
They've shut out 6 in a row now. They're just going to keep it going.
And Egan's had a real nice season, but it's probably going to end on, we think, on Saturday. At single A, you look at Bristol. Bristol playing Communications Tech out of District 12 and won a cross-regional. Bristol struggled down the stretch here. Woodrow Borders is the key guy to look for the Warriors. But it's tough to tell them this. Just 12 teams.
Especially on the single A level, too.
Right.
You don't know. One guy like Borders could do it, push the team over the top. Well, we thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week to take a look.
Maybe.
Well, I'll be back. Take a look at the who's left and what they have ahead of them. So, we're in the huddle. Kevin Cooney from the Courier Times. I'm Drew Markol from Intelligencer. I wish you
happy football.